Hello and welcome everybody to 2003. 2003 brought us, if you remember at the beginning of the year in January, the Gruden Bowl. Do you remember the Raiders versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and the Bucs won, and it was like Gruden Bowl, and it was like a huge deal. You know, things were different back then. However, if you want to go back to the golf world, which is always exciting, Mike Weir won the Masters. Do you remember the Mike Weir Masters in 2003? This cracks me up, like to this day. When I was watching that the first time, this was when I was kind of new into golf and I was excited. And like Mike Weir's little Canadian, he looks little Canadian, you know. And I'm just like, oh, who's this Mike Weir guy? And he's left-handed. Not only is he left-handed, but when he lines up at the ball, you're like, okay, here he is. He's lined up at the ball and he takes a swing and totally misses the ball. And we're like, whoa, he's a pro. He totally missed. No way, he's lining up again. That was his practice swing. What? It was so cool. That was one of my favorite Masters to watch. I love watching Mike Weir. It's just, he has character and presence and he's interesting to watch. Does that make sense? So just absolutely phenomenal. If you haven't seen it, go find the Masters YouTube channel and see if you can watch the 2003 Masters. I love it. It just is fun. And Titleist came out with this. Look at this beautiful, amazing, stellar club. Let's get this on the review table and have a closer look. As with most good things in the world, we can identify this because it's etched in titanium. Loft up here, 9.5 degrees. Titleist inscript with this crescendo ball balanced right here. I think this is the weight port. Make it part of the design. That's cool. Titanium, in case anybody's questioning that, in 2003, 983K, bore through hosel design. Pretty cool. I like this stepped pattern right here. Gives it these little wings right here. It looks really cool. Spinning around the skirt, you can see this titanium pattern comes up along the skirt, creates a line separating that from the crown paint. This is kind of what I consider a pretty modern groove pattern. We don't need grooves in the middle there. Yeah, we're just going to put them on the side here and make a nice little ball strike pattern right here. That's pretty cool. I do want to show you the top line here because it does have this nice triangle kind of arrow line design, which I like and a lot of people like on a lot of designs. Pretty cool. Didn't they flip that at one point and make the arrow point that way? I love Titleist. They're always trying to innovate. There's a registration number here. You can see the serial number right here. Plain black ferrule. I like that. No nonsense. Not screaming. Just a ferrule. That's all we need. Moving up the graphite shaft, we have a graphite design. Yep, that's right. Graphite design YS6. You can see here. Stiff flex. Beautiful, beautiful shaft. 2003, my sticker. This is a tour wrap style grip. Golf Pride. Lovely. So let's get this out on the range. It's a little rainy today. I might show the previous footage of me on the range if I can't get out there with a microphone and do a talkie, but if I can, I will. So let's see what we have in store for you on the range. All right, we have the Titleist 983K driver here. I'm soaking wet. It was raining. I want to show you some fun range footage from earlier where the grip slipped out of my hands and the club just went out into the range. Cracked me up. I think I have that on video. I'm going to show it if I do. Needless to say, I'm a little bit concerned as I'm soaking wet. All right, so this Tour Wrap grip, Golf Pride Tour Wrap grip. Hey, look, the sun's coming out. It's a beautiful Wisconsin sunny day, even though I'm soaking wet. So the grip's a little slick, but the club looks really good. Like looking down at it, the black grip, dark shaft, dark head. I mean, it just looks like no nonsense. Let's get golfing. I also like the alignment line. The nice triangle arrow line on the crown. It looks really good. So I'm going to try to take a swing. My first swings, until things dry out a little bit, are just going to be little pats. I'm just going to pat these down there. And I have no idea what to look for as far as ball flight with these. I guess we're going to find out one way or the other. I'm going to take aim at that 250 marker down there. It's like a dark blue sign. It's not really 250 from where I'm at. It's probably closer to, I don't know, 190 from where I'm at than 250. So I'm not expecting too much out of this. I'm just hoping I can hold on to the club. So I'm going to open the face. If it slices, it slices. Nice little pat here. Yeah, that's a nice little fade. It started left and it's just fading right towards that 250 marker. And it's probably 5 yards from it. So not even a 200-yard drive, which is fine considering it's rain. Hey, look, the sun, please, thank you, sun. Dry me off and this grip and my golf glove. So, I mean, there's nothing to complain about this driver. I mean, when I was hitting it earlier, I don't know if I've shown that range footage, but when it was sunny and nice, and I wasn't soaking wet and warmed up, yeah, I was clobbering this thing. I mean, it felt really good. Okay, I'm feeling a little bit of tack here. I'm gonna take a full, not full power swing, but I'm gonna take a full swing and see what happens. Same aim, at 250. Yeah, so you can see it again, fading off to the right, landing, what is that, 20 yards, right of that 250 marker. So an over 200-yard drive, which under the circumstances I would take all day, every day. Right side of the range, right side of the fairway if I were playing is my guess, depending on what course I'm playing. I'm just gonna tee it up high. Take it easy here. You know how sometimes like you dry your hands on your pants? My pants are soaking wet. That was not helpful. All right, back to wet hands. At least the rain stopped. All right, here we go. Should I take a good old swing? You guys want to watch me lose the club head again, don't you? Do it again. All right, there's nobody around, so I feel pretty safe. Let's just take a swing and see what happens. What's the worst thing that could happen? Yeah, a nice fade again. Same spot. Very consistent. Which means my strike must have been pretty similar. It felt a little toey, but it faded. Is that weird? Let's hit one more. I'm having fun. Are you guys having fun? I'm just waiting. I'm waiting like all of you to see me lose the club again or totally duff one. Go until you duff one. Okay, an even more intense swing. Wow, that got some air. Fading a little bit less. Carried over that 250 marker, so who knows how far that is. Feels good. Consistent. I could totally game this. I mean, even right now, cold and wet. I know where it's going. Just aim up the left a little bit. Should I try it? So if I needed to hit that 250 marker, I would just aim 20 yards left of it. Let's see if that works. Don't know if you can see that. It's fading right back towards that 250. 10 yards left. I aimed a little too far left. Should we do yet another one? This is great. I'm soaking wet, everybody. Okay, should I try to hit a draw? So I do have some thoughts when I do try to control my driver. That's just like my natural swing, what you were seeing there. But if I want to draw them a little bit sometimes, I just move it an inch back in my stance, and I really focus on dropping my club as I'm coming through. Again, you probably won't be able to see it on video, but that's how I feel. See if we can get a little draw here. Yeah, see, that's a pull hook. Yep, that was too much. Too much of emotion. I always try to exaggerate things. Tee it up really high. Let's try another draw here. I'm gonna aim a little bit left. Trying to easy draw this. There we go. That might have the slightest amount of draw on it. It was more of a pull than a draw. This is fun. I'm having fun. This little sprinkle coming back. All right, let's try again. Tee it high. See if I can get it to draw without pulling it. Nope, hook. Thin hook. Yeah, I should just stick to that fade. It was working for me. All right, one more shot here for us to lose our grip again or slice one off into oblivion. Let's see what happens. Oh my gosh, I have too much fun. It's tough work. Somebody has to do this.
Who else would be out here testing a Titleist? Oh my gosh. The ground is spongy, but it's not, it's impenetrable. Okay, back to our, just hit a nice soft fade. Nope, pull, straight as an arrow. Way left, probably off camera. That's all for today, folks. Titleist 983K. Remember, don't hit, don't take full swings, tour wrap grip, in heavy rain. You're welcome.
So on the range dynamically, this is phenomenal. I can't tell the difference between this and modern clubs, with a couple of exceptions. Every club can sound different. So obviously sounds different than like a Nike Sasquatch or like those square drivers or like a carbon driver. They all sound different. So obviously there's some sound there. But when I button one off of the face up here and it's just like, I'm like, wow, this is really, really good. Even in my opinion, by today's standards, as far as feel goes. I have no complaints. It's not too small. It's not ridiculously huge. It looks and feels great. Okay, so dynamically, sound, good, beautiful. We expect that from Titleist. Now, I actually have memories with this club. It was 2003 or 4. I think it was 4. One of the coaches, so some background. We were at a coaches golf tournament, collegiate golf coaches tournament in University of Texas, Austin, private course. All right, beautiful course. All right, got rained out the first day, so we were there the next day. One of the coaches had one of these extra stiff shaft. We were super excited about it. And by 2004, the Ping G2 was out. The TaylorMade 580, was it the 580 XD? Were out, and so that's what we're competing with, right? And so the coach with the Titleist is one of these. He was really tall, and he just would swing and wind up and swing as hard as he could, and he really almost thought about hitting a fairway. He was always off in the trees and stuff, but he got lots of club head speed, which is what he wanted. You know how coaches are. Some of them can just be really high tee. Let me show you how to hit the ball, son. Okay, not Mike Weir practice swings, but like full on swings, just outright miss sometimes. And so when I'd see this in his bag, I was just like, that looks pretty serious, doesn't it? Kind of like him, he's like, oh, I'm tough. I'm going to teach everybody here how to play golf. So you compare that to a Ping G2. It's just big blue streak down the sole. It's like a racing stripe over the top of a car. You're like, whoa, look at that Ping G2. That's so much fun. Or the TaylorMade 580 XD, it has that clear weight in the back with like those 4 little weights back there, or however many there were, and you're just like, well, that looks pretty cool, that's so fun. Look how fun that TaylorMade looks. And then this is just so serious. So for me, it's always been kind of like, do I want that in my life? Do I want this in my life? If, and everybody's an individual, right? So everybody can have different opinions. So some people will be like, well, can I hit it well? It's going to stay in my bag. Good. If that makes you happy, good. But for me, I want some drama. I'm like, would I rather have a Ping G2 or a TaylorMade 580 XD over this? Yes, I would. Because to me personally, they seem more interesting, if for no other reason than visually. Maybe that's a little bit shallow. That's just my feelings. But a great club, Titleist. This is what I expect from Titleist, even to this day. It's like, let's get down to business. Let's make it efficient and professional and clean. It's a clean suit with nice shoes, not a blazer with, Jordan 1s, with your collegiate colors on them. So yes, amazing. As usual, a huge thank you to my patrons. On Patreon, I offer what's called general support, where I post a few behind-the-scenes pictures and videos every month. I like to message back and forth with my patrons as well. Thank you so much. Another way to support the channel is through my Amazon shop. I am an Amazon associate. I make proceeds from qualifying purchases, and there's some golf-affiliated things on that shop. Go have a look. It's in the links in the description below. Thank you, everybody, for watching. I am the Vintage Golfer.